Many fans consider Grand Theft Auto San Andreas to be the best GTA game for several reasons. Released in 2004, it revolutionized open-world gaming and set a high standard for future titles in the series. The storyline of CJ's return to Los Santos to rebuild the Grove Street families and uncover the truth about his mother's death is widely praised. The plot is packed with drama, betrayal, family loyalty, and gang wars, offering a deeply engaging narrative. CJ's growth from a small-time gang member to a powerful figure is compelling. The game features iconic characters like Big Smoke, Ryder, Cesar, and Officer Tenpenny, voiced by Samuel L. Jackson, all of whom contribute to the story's depth and entertainment. The interactions between CJ and these characters are memorable and often quoted by fans. And now we will discuss the worst character development in GTA San Andreas. Not Tenpenny or Pulaski. The worst character in GTA Say is Sweet.
What's up, bruh?
Hey, what's up, man?
How you doing, bruh?
I'm alright, man. Hey, man, we off to our new spot. We got a mansion, Sweet. We've been putting in work, and shit is going well. We got a stake in the casino. We got some insane shit in Fierro. We get into the rap game. Hey, man, let me get you some new clothes. Come on.
New clothes? Nigga, what the fuck is this bullshit?
What you mean, man? What's mine is yours, and you know that.
You never did get it, did you, Carl? I need to go check on things in the hood.
Sean Johnson, or better known as Sweet, is one of the key characters in GTA San Andreas, who, on the surface, may appear wise, respected, and authoritative. As CJ's older brother and the leader of the Grove Street gang in Los Santos, Sweet's role in the overall storyline of the game, if we examine it closely, often shows behavior that is foolish, stubborn, and even hypocritical in various situations. One of the central plot points in GTA San Andreas is the large-scale drug trafficking operation across San Andreas, supported and carried out by various mafia factions, corrupt police, and even some major gangs in the area. On the other hand, there were gangs that didn't get involved, one of them being the Grove Street families. As the leader, Sweet strongly opposed selling drugs to his gang members, believing it would corrupt their morals, sanity, and solidarity. Big Smoke, one of Grove Street's top members, later tried to persuade Sweet to get into the drug trade because of the potential profits. However, as Sweet continued to refuse, Big Smoke allied with another high-ranking gang member, Ryder, to betray Sweet and establish their own drug empire. Tempted by power and wealth, Big Smoke and Ryder ended up collaborating with corrupt police and their rival gang, the Ballas, to take down Sweet. However, as we know, they failed and instead unintentionally caused the death of Sweet's mother, Beverly Johnson. Beverly's death triggered the return of one of her children, Carl Johnson, CJ, to his hometown. As we know, CJ had been living in Liberty City for 5 years after leaving due to a past event where he failed to save his younger brother, Brian Johnson, in an incident that was never fully explained. CJ believed he could have prevented Brian's death, but didn't act, which led him to flee to Liberty City out of guilt and frustration over constantly being blamed by his older brother, Sweet. That's why, at the beginning of the game, we can see that Sweet isn't very fond of CJ. This is shown by Sweet's anger when he first sees his brother, CJ, who had just returned home. Grove Street gradually weakened and was no longer as strong as it once was, starting with the death of several key members who had previously contributed to the gang's success. Additionally, the split of the Seville Boulevard family and Temple Drive family from Grove Street reduced its size significantly. So it can be said that only Sweet, Ryder, and Big Smoke were working hard to build up Grove Street at that time. Though, as we know, Big Smoke and Ryder were working hard to betray it, while the leader, Sweet, was busy doing nothing at home, lying around without contributing. During CJ's absence, Sweet never cared about what was happening to the members of Grove Street. He didn't realize that Big Smoke and Ryder were plotting their betrayal. Sweet failed to maintain a good relationship with Emmett, who had been supplying weapons to Grove Street for years. Sweet also didn't make any effort to get to know Cesar Villalpando, who was the boyfriend of Kendall and a good person. But ironically, Sweet was racist towards Cesar simply because he was of South American descent. Sweet also had no intention of improving Grove Street's arsenal. and it was instead Ryder and CJ who took the initiative to do so. This is why, although Big Smoke was a traitor, he wasn't wrong when he called Sweet naive. Sweet thought everything would continue to run smoothly without doing anything. He never tried to listen to others' opinions or understand their perspectives, choosing instead to order his subordinates to live by Grove Street's ideology without ensuring their needs, satisfaction, or loyalty. He didn't even bother to learn about the threats they were facing. As a result, Sweet's outdated and ineffective leadership only worsened Grove Street's situation. As time went on, CJ's return became the turning point for restoring Grove Street's glory. Despite being constantly belittled and criticized by Sweet, CJ never gave up doing whatever it took to bring Grove Street back, from serious tasks to foolish ones, all in hopes of improving his relationship with Sweet. Ironically, Sweet ended up dating a woman from the Seville Boulevard family. Instead of trying to reconcile and bring them back into the fold to help restore Grove Street to its former glory, Sweet was too busy with his romantic affairs, to the point where the Seville Boulevard family nearly killed him. This clearly shows that Sweet had lost the respect of his former subordinates. Eventually, Sweet acknowledged CJ's crucial role and officially welcomed him back as part of Grove Street. On the other hand, CJ's growing closeness with Sweet became a problem for Big Smoke and Ryder, who from the start had wanted to overthrow Sweet. In the end, they tried to set Sweet up, either to have him killed or at least imprisoned, to keep him away from CJ. This led to CJ being exiled from Los Santos and forced to become a puppet for the corrupt cop Tenpenny, who promised that Sweet wouldn't be harmed. At this point, I don't feel sad, but actually relieved, because as a player, we no longer have to listen to Sweet's whining. Once Sweet gets locked up, CJ starts doing a lot of new things he had never done before. CJ builds connections, like becoming good friends and business partners with Woozie, the leader of the Triads, opens an auto shop in San Fierro with Cesar, opens a casino business in Las Venturas, steals a $6 million jetpack from Area 69, becomes the manager of the rapper Madd Dogg, and slowly dismantles Big Smoke's drug syndicate. He also works for a secret government agent, Mike Toreno, all in the name of securing a better future and getting Sweet out of prison. But when that day finally comes, Sweet doesn't care about any of it. Fresh out of prison, without even a thank you, Sweet just wants to go back to gangbanging in his neighborhood. He doesn't acknowledge the immense effort CJ put into freeing him. Sweet keeps competing with CJ, claiming that his life has been harder and accusing CJ of doing everything for himself and not for the family. Sweet doesn't appreciate how CJ looked after Kendall while he was in prison. Sweet contributes nothing to reclaiming Grove Street territory from the Ballas, even though he was the one who insisted on returning to their neighborhood. Ultimately, Sweet is the victim of poor character development by Rockstar Games. Rockstar seems to force players to sympathize and relate to Sweet's struggles, but at the same time, they make Sweet a hypocritical character who can't empathize with others. He becomes a leader who doesn't know how to solve problems without someone else's help, an outdated leader, and a selfish figure who demands to be understood but refuses to understand others. If I were CJ, I would have blown Sweet up in a car from the start.